NBA season is back. Excited to. I'll be actually. I'm headed to Cosm for the game. Shout out to them. Your boy come through. For a little NBA tip off. Warriors Lakers. If you follow me on NBA Threads, and you should be following me on NBA Threads, you know that Steph is my guy. So, be able to watch him in Cosm will be incredibly exciting. It's tough to get across town to go to the Lakers game. You know, you're working all day and then you gotta like sit in traffic. So Cosm is that amazing, and really perfect, place to kind of go, especially from the west side here in Los Angeles, to go watch, the game in this immersive experience if you've not checked it out yet. Um, yeah, Lakers. Let's start Lakers Warriors. We're gonna see both teams maybe not be exactly kind of who they are by the end of the year. The LeBron with the sciatica. I don't know why I said it like that, but is tricky right here. Obviously, there's a piece of him and his team with Rich Paul and Mav. Kind of like, what do they want to do here? How do they want to end this? How do they want to round out, arguably the best career we've ever seen, from longevity to performance to all the things that he's been able to accomplish. And then obviously if he still has a chance to maybe be on a winning team. I think you always have a winning chance with Luka. He looks, I think he's my bet to win the MVP. I know there's been some clips of Wemby. Again, you should be following me on NBA Threads. Wemby also looks a little ridiculous coming back, and he's starting to really kind of figure some things out. He looks a little bit stronger, right? He's bullying people. But with Luka, I just think you're always going to have a chance. You're always going to have a chance to sit there and like know that he's a top 3-4 guy in the NBA and can just carry you in stretches. Ayton is in a contract year for him, so how will he play? To be honest, he just needs to be really, really good defensively, and that allows Jackson Hayes to be more in a role that suits him to kind of come off the bench, be that lob threat. That's all Luka really needs. If you can play pick and roll with Luka, he's gonna find you or he's gonna score. I mean, that's just how good he is. And then, to be honest, without LeBron on the floor, Austin Reeves to begin the season, I think has a chance to really like shine. I think he's weirdly underrated, but sometimes kind of overrated because in the Lakers, he gets some interesting calls sometimes. As he kind of does this like herky jerky stuff to the basket. But yeah, I mean, I think the Lakers aren't great, but again, I think Luka is going to make them really good, right? On the other side, the Warriors, it's tricky. I said it a month or so ago, the Kuminga situation is tricky. And what they want to do with him after the January 15th kind of like timeline there, when they are able to actually move him if they wanted to. How does he play, right? You take a guy like Christian Brown, who just got paid by the Nuggets 125 over 5. That could have been Kuminga, right? But not wanting to be into your role, not wanting to do the things the team wants to be able to win. And now he's sitting here with this like smaller deal. Probably could, he got a couple extra dollars from what they were kind of initially doing and all the posturing over the offseason. We're going to see. We're going to see if he should be that athletic guy for them that they're able to unlock, especially the way the Warriors play. But we'll see. Does he want to like hold the ball? Does he want to take mid-range jump shots early in the clock? Like not rebound at 6'8" and crazy athletic. Steph has looked really good to start the season. I'm a little nervous. I still think like the Warriors, feel like they're going to have to round into shape. It feels like guys like Draymond and those guys are just like, they're kind of playing themselves into shape, which kind of happens as you get a little bit older. Moses Moody starting the season off with a little injury is a little a little concerning, I think, just because I think you were hoping he would take a little bit of a leap, as well as Pods. Haven't seen that yet, but hopefully both of those guys are able to kind of take that leap that the Warriors need. If that happens, I mean, Steph, Jimmy Butler, Draymond, Horford, they're old, but man, they can still play. And if you just get a little bit of balance from some of those young guys in the second unit, depending on how if they stagger Kuminga if he's starting or if he's coming off the bench, I think the Warriors are going to be good. Everyone's kind of saying they have a chance to really go over their over under totals. But I agree with that. If Steph's healthy, I think they're a really good team. the other two teams tonight, OKC, we know what they are. They're the defending champs. Yeah, you wonder how they will feel being hunted, right? It's always a different, go around the second time, right? You were hungry, you got it. Now, everybody now, not only kind of has you circled, but it's like, hey, like, how do we take away some things from Shea? How do we take some things away from J-Dub? How do we make Chet into more of a scorer? Can he score at the level that you need him to, coming back this year? So, yeah. They're not interesting in the sense that, like, there's no storylines, but I think as we get into the season, you're going to want to talk about them a little bit more. But on the other side, the Rockets are super interesting, right? They're going to roll out a lineup of a ton of dudes that are above 6'8". And it's going to be the tallest lineup we've ever seen in the NBA. With, Amen Thompson, and then we've got, Kevin Durant at the 2, which again, fairly kind of crazy there. Steven Adams, Sengun, I think Jabari, right, is starting there at the 3. And so just a huge lineup. And we'll see if it works, right? It's funny because we talk about the double big lineup that they did against the Warriors last year, but then they didn't win the series, even as they were holding and doing all the things against the Warriors, which I find kind of funny. So, I don't know. I find the Rockets like this interesting. You have these shifts, right, within each league. Every league is a copycat league, right? Once they see, like, it's like when the Wildcat took over the NFL and it's like, oh man, we gotta do the Wildcat. We gotta get a running back there, direct snap it to him, right? And then obviously in the NBA, it's been like this huge, we're gonna like shoot 3-pointers. We're gonna do all this stuff, from a true analytical perspective. And the Rockets are saying, I think we can win without that. Fred VanVleet not being there is huge. Like, he was going to be their point guard, kind of their guy that settle things. Obviously, he can shoot the 3 really well, especially playing off of a guy like KD who wants to be kind of in that mid-range place. Obviously, KD shoots 3s, but like his bread and butter is that like 17 and 19 foot, and let him just kind of operate. And we'll see how that like looks, right? Cause I think the tough thing in a half court set is, if you're trying to get KD the ball in his sweet spots, it condenses the floor for Sengun, who like is not a great shooter either. And then if you have Steven Adams on the floor, like, he can't be out on the perimeter. I mean, he can be, but then like then you essentially just have a guy standing at the free throw line, which then kind of clogs everything for the 2 guys I just talked about. So I'm super interested in like how they will try to play. And how they will try to play big, even when some of their bench guys come in, like Tari Eason, like how does that look, right? If you're trying to stay tall and really kind of like bully people and win from the mid range. We'll do a few more of these throughout the week. Again, it is NBA season. It's the best time of the year. You know, the summer's tough for you when you get older, right? Like I don't say it's weird, but like you look outside, like, oh man, I wish I could be outside. I'm in here doing spreadsheets. I'm on calls all day. You got, people are teamsing you. But the fall feels different, right? You got something to look forward to. NBA is back. NHL is already back. MLB playoffs are in full swing. Shout out to Springer last night with the big time home run in Game 7. So we're going to have Blue Jays, Dodgers, which is, I think it's actually going to be a really fun World Series. Football's in full swing. The Falcons are making me sad, as they always do, which just is, it's tough. And then it's like, Halloween, and then you get Thanksgiving, and then you got Christmas around the corner, and all these really, really fun things to get into. So it's, I don't know, as an adult, you start to look forward to like the fall a little bit more, right? If you're single, it's cuffing season, right? It's all those things, spooky season, all it's just, it's more fun, I think, and I feel like you're taking more trips also when you're older at this time, cause it's cheaper than the summer. So, again, follow me at CMAC, on Threads. Also follow C Talk Podcast. We're going to be posting some of our interviews from the LA Sports Council, and we've got some fun interviews with a couple founders as well coming up. So check us out at the Seed Talk Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.